Hey everyone, this is JDAWG and I'm here with another video, and this is another edition of JDAWG Sports, where I talk about my topics that are related to sports. In this episode of JDAWG Sports, we're going to talk about the end of Showtime broadcasting of boxing and MMA. So, it has been confirmed that Showtime, the paid subscription channel owned by Paramount Global, who are the owners of the CBS network, Nickelodeon, BET, Comedy Central, Paramount Plus. Paramount Global is also the owners of Paramount Pictures, which is the movie distributor, and of course they are the owners of Showtime. Oh, they're also the owners of MTV, by the way, as well, and VH1. Paramount Global has announced that Showtime is ending all broadcasting of boxing and MMA. Now, that means promotions like the PBC, which does boxing, and promotions like Bellator, which does MMA, which are combat sports, which includes, fighting sports, they will end all broadcasting by the end of this year and the beginning of next year, which is 2024, because though the broadcasting of free TV pay subscription, Showtime is the paid subscription channel, but they technically say that boxing is on free TV. Same with Bellator MMA. Well, they'll end this year. The pay-per-view stuff will meet their end next year in 2024. As a matter of fact, PBC has aired its last boxing event between Tim Tszyu and Brian Mendoza, in which Tim Tszyu was the winner. Tim Tszyu recently became the WBO champion after Jamel Charlo was stripped because Jamel Charlo went to fight Canelo instead of his mandatory, which was Tim Tszyu, and as a result, the WBO stripped Jamel Charlo of the belt to interim title holder and now main WBO champion Tim Tszyu. Then Tim Tszyu would beat Brian Mendoza, who was the interim title holder of the WBC junior middleweight / super welterweight champion. So now Tim Tszyu is now also the WBC interim title holder because Jamel Charlo still holds that belt because Jamel Charlo was undisputed. Now he's just unified. And the only way Jamel Charlo can win those belts back is if he beat Tim Tszyu, but that's another story. But that was the last broadcast event for free TV of boxing on Showtime. There's no other events scheduled on Showtime other than the upcoming pay-per-view events, which are set to make their end next year. Pay-per-view events such as Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. So, yeah. Bellator also has some upcoming fights, but they will be among the last events to be broadcasted on Showtime. Bellator has been working with Paramount Global, is somewhat part owner of the company after Bellator sold some assets. So, Bellator, of course, is MMA. They are an MMA fighting promotion, and they're like the number 2 or number 3 promotion behind promotions like PFL and, of course, the big one, the number one MMA promotion, the UFC. So many people believe that the reason why that both boxing on Showtime and MMA and Bellator may be on their at their ends or deathbed is because the lack of viewership and the lack of pay-per-view buys and just plain lackluster fights. Many people also believe that the fighters are not making the best fights, and neither is some of the promoters. So that is probably why they are saying that they are about to end all broadcasting of boxing and MMA. Matter of fact, I recently did a video, another JDAWG Sports video, on how much of a stinker was Canelo, or should I say Cadildo asshole piss versus Jermell Charlo was. But yeah, that fight only made $600,000. But they want to make Cadildo the face of boxing. That's a lie, because Gervonta Tank Davis made way more money earlier this year. And also some of the bad business practices of Al Heyman, because the PBC is like the tier top promotion that gets their events broadcasted, because Showtime Boxing is not just PBC. It's whatever boxing promotion or event or just boxers in general decide to have an event broadcast on Showtime. Because I think they worked with Top Rank, because, you know, HBO, they didn't just have PBC. They also had Top Rank. They also had Golden Boy and Matchroom. And different smaller promotions, or just the fighters alone got picked to have their fight aired on HBO. Of course, recently, years ago, HBO ended its boxing programming and broadcasting as well. So now it's happening to Showtime. And now PBC is not going out of business because of this. No boxing promotions are going out of business. We're not even sure if Bellator is. Bellator might not be going out of business as well. What's probably going to happen is Bellator and PBC will have to find other networks to broadcast their boxing matches. We're hearing rumors that Bellator will probably be sold away, and so they can be broadcasted on streaming or other networks to broadcast MMA fights, and then PBC will try to find another network. They'll maybe go to a streaming platform like Prime Video. I'm hearing that Amazon might have them on Prime Video. Might. I'm not saying they will. It's only rumor. Maybe they could still work with Paramount Global and just air on the CBS network or CBS Sports network. Maybe, maybe not. Because PBC is not owned by Paramount Global. Alright, they just aired their events on Showtime. Because PBC also used to air on Fox, but of course last year they ended their deal with Fox. So they're just gotta find other networks or see if they can work with Fox again. Maybe figure out a way to, you know, make something work again or something. But yeah. But as far as Showtime, this year and early next year will be the last time we will see boxing on the Showtime network. And not just boxing, but also MMA. Basically, combat sports in general. This is going to hurt Showtime Sports, which is a small sector of an even bigger sports entity, which is CBS Sports, which is part of the CBS network, which is owned by Paramount Global. I remember earlier, I think this year, that Showtime was fully merging with the biggest impact. It was fully about to be part of, Paramount Plus, which is the streaming platform associated with Paramount Global. Now, Showtime, the channel, which is a paid subscription channel, is not going to go away. They're just going to trim the fat because, viewership is low, money is low. So they're trimming the fat, and so far that includes getting rid of boxing and MMA because they have lackluster, just not good viewership numbers, and they're about to lose more subscribers by this. Once boxing and MMA are off the air, those who only watch Showtime because of MMA, boxing, or just sports in general, they're about to unsubscribe from Showtime. Just Showtime, at least. So expect viewership numbers to go down even further when it comes to the Showtime platform, the Showtime network. And also expect a lot of employees to be out of a job. One in particular, Steven Espinosa. He might be out of a job. A few others on Showtime Boxing will be out of a job. Commentators, sports analysts that are associated with Showtime could end up being out of job. And it might be a while before certain fighters will be able to fight again because they're signed to the Showtime network, whether it's with PBC, whether it's with Mayweather Promotions, or neither. They're just assigned to just only fight on Showtime, or they are allowed to fight on other networks. They're probably free agents or something like that, but they'll have to find another network or another promotion or another outlet to be able to have their fights broadcasted. But yep, an end of an era. So yep, basically it will be the end of Showtime Boxing. This is kind of disappointing. I wish they could have found a way to work something out. Maybe they could one day, maybe not, maybe never. But yeah, I think that whatever was going on behind the scenes was probably why it's led to this. This is very disappointing, but also this shows that you can't just try to sell people anything. You have to give us a good product, otherwise we're not going to continue to watch, and then eventually news like this happens. But, yep, that's all I have to say about this. Yeah, there was a lot of bad decisions were made. I did see some of the bad decisions. Seeing what was going on, even if I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, I saw some of the bad decisions when it came to the numbers of viewerships and pay-per-view buys and stuff, that there was bad decisions. Because you're going to say that Canelo versus Charlo made a lot of money? No. Because if it did, Showtime would say we're keeping boxing and MMA on the platform. So that showed, the fact that they're shutting down shows you that Cadildo fight against Jamel Charlo, Cadildo asshole piss, didn't do well. and basically was the last straw. Maybe there was a fight before that was also considered the last straw, but I think this was the last straw. The failure of Cadildo versus Charlo was the last straw. Not making certain fights, being too pressured to make certain fights, some of the bad decisions of both Showtime and even PBC and Bellator also played a part. But that's all I have to say. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down in the comment section what you think. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification if you haven't. If you're having difficulties getting notifications, check every once in a while if you see if I made a new video or not. Or also check to see if one video has a thing that says notify me, and maybe that can help with notifications. Sometimes you can unsubscribe and then resubscribe, re-hit that notification, and that maybe sometimes might help you finally get notifications in. Other than that, make sure you are subscribed, and hopefully you'll be able to see my next videos. But that's all I have to say. This is another edition of JDAWG Sports. Once again, this is my segment for sports-related content. Yes, this is JDAWG Sports, and this is JDAWG. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.